Nebraska fans, can we just celebrate for a moment? I mean, this game was absolutely insane. I cannot express how in how overjoyed I am. Words cannot express how happy I am that Nebraska was able to make it to the Sweet 16 and get their third ranked win of the year. Nebraska finally has made it not only to the they've not only got their first NCAA win or NCAA tournament win, but also their first their first Sweet 16 appearance. Then they got their third ranked win of the season, which I think is the best they've done historically. I mean, Nebraska. I was so impressed with Nebraska because I thought Nebraska. I thought Nebraska might choke. I thought they might, lose in the end. I thought that Mast might not do his job. I thought Frager would not do his job. Now remember, in my prediction, I think I made that. Was that? Let's see. Today's Sunday. Was that Thursday? I made that. Yeah, on Thursday, I predicted that Nebraska would win. And I know you guys might think I'm biased and I'm always going to predict Nebraska. No, I see the facts as they are. And underdogs or not, I do believe that Nebraska absolutely can win could have won all those games that I predicted them to win. But the Vanderbilt, I really felt this should win. And before I continue, the shout out to Nebraska's fan base. All those ads that show Michigan Wolverines, Rutgers, Penn State, what in the world? The most loyal fan base is absolutely Nebraska. That place completely felt like a home environment. I mean, yes, obviously Nebraska still had to travel to Oklahoma City, but still, that was absolutely amazing. How many Nebraska fans were there? It was so loud. And yeah, that was impressive to me. Anyway, just starting off with the notes that I made during the game, and this is what I observed right off the bat. The first half, Nebraska started off strong. They never trailed in the first half. And Mast and Frager both started great. Both of them, I think Frager had 8 points in the first half, and I think Mast had 9 because he had 3 threes. That's what you want from Mast. You want his versatility because he's not exactly a great ball handler, so he will sometimes turn it over, as we've seen, and he's kind of lost some confidence. Well, this game he played like the Mast that I'm used to seeing. He made some threes, which we needed. He got putbacks and he got rebounds. I was absolutely overjoyed to see him and Frager play like I had hoping they would play. Frager hit a nice three. Frager had many inside plays, and that's where I think Frager really came in handy because his driving, he really does that well. Now, while Frager and Mast did their job, unfortunately Nebraska did not live up to the Nebraska identity in the way that they had way too many turnovers. Okay? Way too many turnovers. That was absolutely crazy. Maybe not way too many turnovers. That's a bit of an overstatement. But, let's just see. They had 12 turnovers. Come on, Nebraska. That's not what you want from Nebraska. But we did force 8 turnovers. That's solid. But they had way too many steals. We let that Tyler Tanner kid get way too many steals. That was not acceptable. Nebraska completely should have. Had they not turned it over. I was about to say Nebraska should not have turned it over so much. Had they not turned it over, and this is the point that I was trying to make, had they not turned it over, the game would not have been this close because that Tanner kid got way too many steals. Now, kudos to him. He was able to get a lot of steals and score. So, kudos to him for being able to do that. I'm not trying to say that he's bad. He did a good job. Now, here's the thing. Before we look at the stats here, another fact I want to say is that, Nebraska showed resilience. Nebraska was down by 5 at one point, 62-67, and it was, I think, under 3 minutes left. And one thing that Nebraska is able to do, they have a very quick strike ability. They're able to score a lot of points in a hurry if they need to. Sanford's got it's not even fair. He has the fastest release of any basketball player I've ever seen. Him and his brother Peyton have got crazy release. Now, Um, Nebraska, once again, and this is just another fact to me, and I'm just writing this down. I'm looking at my notes here. Nebraska, once again, plays spoiler. They they did upset Vanderbilt. I mean, here's the spread. I'll prove it to you. There we were. 2-point underdogs. And I think it actually was at 1.3, but they lowered it a little bit. And actually, Nebraska were ranked 15th in the nation, and they are ranked, Vanderbilt's ranked 16th. So we're right above them, but yet they made us underdogs. To me, that's like weird. Why would we be ranked higher than them, but underdogs against them? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. That's kind of dumb there, but maybe some disrespect perhaps. But, you know, it doesn't really matter. Nebraska proved that they are a better team in this case. Nebraska makes it to the Sweet 16. Let's go. And we are 3-4 now against ranked teams. So that was nice because our other two were Illinois. They were ranked 13th at the time, and then Michigan State, they were ranked 9th, and we beat both of those teams. Very close games, both of them. And also, actually, technically, this one doesn't count because they weren't ranked at the time. We did beat Wisconsin by 30, and they are now ranked 19th. I know that's a fact. I just wanted to spit out there. But yeah, another fact I just wanted to share, something I completely just noticed, was that this is something people maybe not like a whole lot, but it's actually kind of nice having left-hand dominant posts or just, you know, forwards. Gel and Frager, both of them in this game, they made some very good plays where I'm like, if they weren't left-handed, I think it would have been a lot harder for them to make those plays. That to me, I just wanted to shout that out. Kudos to Vanderbilt, not Vanderbilt, Gel. He had like 12 points, and you know he's usually a guy that doesn't score a whole lot. He usually actually like in the second half you don't see him a whole lot either. He kind of plays like most of the first half, and that's about it. But he did great. Gel and obviously Frager. I was very glad to see Frager score double digits again. Once again, that's what we needed. We need Frager, Mask, and Sanford to score lots of points, and Lawrence even too. Although he doesn't score as much as those other three, but as we saw, Frager had 15 points. Sanford also had 15 points. Mast had 13, and Lawrence had 9. So that's solid from them. And a fact that I want to share, and I'm sure you guys may have noticed this, but Nebraska was minus 4 in the turnover margin, and we were out-rebounded offensively by, I believe, 6 rebounds. Yet Nebraska still wins this game. And I think a good reason why that is, I mean, let's just look at the stats. Let's just show us. Well, the stats here, field goal. We shot 15% better than them. They shot 24 for 58 from the field. That is 41%, as you can see clearly on your screen. We shot 56%, 29 for 52. 3-point. They did make more than us. They went 13 for 37, 35%, and we hit 9 for 19. That's 47%. So that's almost 50% from us. They hit 35%. That's a pretty good difference. Free throws, we were 70%. We hit 7. Free throws for them, they were 58%. That is not a good percentage for free throws. You should not be missing free throws like that. That is terrible. But when you're shooting like under 60, you're not shooting good. Rebounds, we did actually have more rebounds than them, but offensively, they did have more. I believe we had 5 offensive rebounds. They had 11. I'm pretty sure that's the facts. I had it. No, yeah. I have it written down here. So yeah. Nebraska did out-rebound them by 1 rebound, but ultimately they out-rebounded us offensively, just did a very good job defensively. Well, that's weird. They had more offensive rebounds, yet we had way more defensive rebounds than them. Well, not way more, but enough that at least that we had 1 more. That's just kind of a weird fact I was just thinking about in my head right there. Anyway, so yeah, Nebraska, despite narrowly having more rebounds, having more turnovers, we shot better than them, and that's where I think Nebraska ended up winning. Also, just the resilience. So this game was great. I'm so happy Nebraska made it to the Sweet 16. I mean, like anyone that says Nebraska's a joke, they're liars. Okay, like Nebraska did absolutely amazing. This was amazing. I mean, I was so impressed with the Huskers. I mean, I was watching it with my brother-in-law, and I was so happy to see the Huskers win. So yeah, that was very, very impressive to me for the Huskers to get their 3rd ranked win of the season. And we did play like the Huskers that we were used to seeing. And Stanford was even locked down too. I mean, he only had 15. 15 for Stanford is not a whole lot, but yet he was still able to get it done. So yeah. Anyway, now let's take a look at the NCAA bracket. Just kind of react to the games that have been played thus far. I'm recording this before the Iowa game, so I won't be able to say much about that. But I would prefer to play Iowa, and I know that Iowa's our rivals, but at a neutral site, Iowa fans will not be going there that much. It will be Nebraska fans mostly, and I'm pretty sure Nebraska would beat them just because I think Mast and Frager have shot themselves out of their slump, and I think you would be able to beat them just because that's just, I think, what's going to happen. Now, yeah, you look at them, so yeah, Duke did beat TCU by, that's 23. Yeah, St. John's and Kansas are playing right now. Michigan State beat Louisville. That's well, I guess it's good to see in a sense. Also, we beat Vanderbilt. Illinois beat VCU. Houston beat Texas A&M, and they actually kind of cooked them. Oops, sorry there, guys. I'm trying to get this to go over there. There we go. So then, yeah, let's go to the top here. Yeah, Arizona is going to play Utah State today. Arkansas beat High Point. High Point did put up a good fight, though. I'll give them credit. They did put up a good fight, despite being from a pretty small North Carolina school. And then, yeah, Texas beat Gonzaga. And this, to me, was crazy because Texas literally had to fight to even get in the tournament. Because if they had lost their first game down here, who they play was it? Was NC State, and they beat them barely. They had to beat them in order to even get in the NCAA tournament. So that was crazy that they've now got themselves another win. They're playing Purdue. I think they're playing them probably today. Yeah, they are playing them today. Yeah, there it is right there. Then, yeah, let's see. Michigan, yeah, they handled St. Louis pretty well. Tennessee's playing Virginia right now. And, yeah, that's about it. So, all these other games will be played. What's impressive to me is the fact that you got Illinois, so that's they're in the Sweet 16. Nebraska's in the Sweet 16. Michigan's in the Sweet 16. Michigan State is in the Sweet 16. Purdue's in the Sweet 16. And you have 5 of those 16 Sweet teams in the Sweet 16, and you might be able to get a 7th or 8th depending on what happens, and possibly I think you could even get better, or maybe not. Actually, no, I think that's it. Yeah, you could possibly get 7 teams there. I mean, that's what's crazy. And like, maybe Miami or not Miami, excuse me, Wisconsin would have been in the Sweet 16 had they not dropped that bad one to High Point, but it happens sometimes. So, yeah, they are not. Arkansas instead. So, anyway, guys, yeah, that's just my reaction to the Huskers' epic win. Let me go back to that against Vanderbilt, and yeah, this game. I mean, and like I said right here, they were very, very close to beating us on the buzzer beater. I mean, I thought that kid was gonna make that for a second, then it rimmed down. I was like, let's go. But I mean, that's when you know a game's fun. I mean, that game was just extremely enjoyable. And there's nothing else to really say. I mean, yeah. So I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, until next time, guys. Peace out.